Welcome back to Broke Man Finance. My name is Adam, and in this video we are going to be discussing the top 3 penny stocks that is getting talked about right now on Reddit. Now, why is that important? Well, I think we all know by this point what can happen to a share price when a little buzz gets attached to it on popular forums just like Reddit. And stay tuned until the very end because I will list the remaining penny stocks in that top 10. And if there is one that you want to hear an individual or see an individual video on that I talk about in that top 10, then by all means, let me know in the comment section below. And before we get started, make sure to slide down to that description box, and there you will find a list of links. And these links are what I consider my financial tools. These are things that I use on the daily to help me track, save, and make money. You're going to find things like Fundrise, Fabric, Identity Guard, Stock Whispers, where I get a lot of my breaking news and a lot of my option plays that actually makes me a good bit of money. Pays for the subscription to Stock Whispers, God, in the first few weeks, the entire year is paid for. So when you get a chance, go check that out, but only if you like making money. And also, while you're at it, help us get to that 10,000 subscriber mark by going up just a little bit and hitting that red subscribe button. Now on to penny stocks. Fair warning though, penny stocks are a very rewarding thing. They are a very rewarding investment if you choose the right ones. There are thousands. A lot of people don't do their due diligence, they don't do the research, they don't understand the company, and they just throw money at some of these companies blindly and they lose a lot of coin. Don't be that person, okay? Be very careful when it comes to penny stocks. That's all I'm saying. First up on this list, but number 3 overall on the most talked about list, is Citius Pharmaceuticals, ticker symbol CTXR. Citius Pharmaceuticals describes itself as a late-stage specialty pharmaceutical company that develops and commercializes critical care products with a particular focus on anti-infectives and cancer care. This time last year, they were trading for around 74 cents and are currently sitting at $1.84 at the time of this filming. And remember, anything under $5 is technically considered a penny stock. Their current product lineup consists of these 3 things. Minoloc is an antibiotic lock solution used to treat patients with catheter-related bloodstream infections, which apparently is much more common than I ever realized, because look at these numbers. Of the 7 million CVCs used annually in the US, up to 472,000 of them become infected, leading to serious, life-threatening infections. These infections are associated with 12 to 25% mortality and morbidity. Citius Pharmaceuticals claim that they are the first and only ones really addressing this issue. Their next breakthrough product is Citi 101, also known as MinoWrap. Citi 101 is a wrap-able medical film that's intended to reduce infections associated with the use of breast tissue expanders that are used in breast reconstruction surgeries following mastectomies. Again, these infections are much more common than I ever realized, but I am not in the medical field, so a lot of these numbers seem pretty substantial, but we are still a ways off from this one being ready to go, and you can see here where they are on exactly on the timeline. Last but not least is Citi 002, a formulation designed to provide anti-inflammatory and anesthetic relief to persons suffering from hemorrhoids. This would be the first FDA-approved prescription product to treat hemorrhoids in the US. Now, I'm sure everybody's bean holes are real excited that relief is on the way, but this one is a little ways out as well. However, this is a product that I feel like a lot of us could get behind. Sorry. Currently in a pivotal Phase 3 superiority trial, Minoloc appears to be moving the fastest on the regulatory track among the 3 products. In fact, it has already received a qualified infectious disease product designation from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. I think the company has got a lot going for it and is moving in a fantastic direction at these prices. They're just a young company as far as getting products out. Anything in the medical field takes forever going through testing in different phases and approval by the FDA, whatever. It just takes so long to get those products basically to market, and Well, it's just they're going through the steps to make that happen. But at the same time, they're at a price which I feel like is a reasonable amount for this, because it could literally 10 to 20 times your money. So I'm pretty optimistic about this company if you're willing to just buy some shares and sit on it. I'm not going to make a hemorrhoid joke, but if you can sit on these shares for a little while, it may pay off in the next few years. Number 2 on our list is 88 Energy. At the time of this filming, they are trading for nearly 6 cents per share. 88 Energy operates 200,000 net acres at Project Iswan and 195,000 net acres at Project Peregrine. I can't say it. Both targeting oil on the world-class North Slope of Alaska. 88 Energy mentions that the company's goal is to build a successful exploration and production company that delivers material benefits to its shareholders and contributes to the development of the regions in which it works. If we take a look at 88 Energy's balance sheet, their total assets are around $85.36 million as of last year, with their total liabilities of last year around $26.45 million, which isn't half bad. The income statement, on the other hand, isn't looking as good. In 2020, their net income was negative $22 million, and they have been in the negative for the past few years. Now, the play here is that people believe, and it's floating all over the interwebs, that if they can find oil in Alaska, I don't know the status of what they've gotten so far, but if they can hit oil in Alaska, people believe that share price is going to skyrocket and could potentially hit $6 per share. I personally don't see that being the case, especially whenever this thing goes from 6 cents to over $1. You are going to see people scalping profits left and right, and you're going to see that thing drop. My opinion, it would have to settle and then drive back up. But I could certainly see this thing getting to 60 cents at a more realistic price, which would still be 10 times in your money if you were to buy in right now. There are a lot of people that were buying in at the 2 cent mark. I just think that $6 per share is a very slim chance, but I could be wrong. I didn't think that Alpine Technologies would get to the levels that they did, but they started setting world records with their drones and they had other catalysts and was making lots of acquisitions. So there is always the potential for that to have the similar run up. But I think somewhere from where they are now, if they hit oil, they'll see a big jump up and that they could settle back down around that 60 cent mark and then start ticking upward. Oil plays for me are just short-term opportunities. I'm just scared to go long-term on this. Not that oil is going away anytime soon, but with the new administration, you never know what kind of legalities they're going to bring in. They're pumping a lot of money into more clean energy and that entire infrastructure. So you just don't know what's going to happen in the next few years. And so there's certainly some money that can be made on companies like this, especially if they start hitting oil in the next year or whenever, next week, and you're buying in at these levels. You could certainly make a lot of money, but I would be scared to hold on to this one over the long term. Just personal opinion. Number 1 most talked about on Reddit is High Tide, ticker symbol HITIF. The rising tide of flowers. Because YouTube doesn't like whenever we use the other words, the actual words, and I've had my hand smacked before for using said words. So for the duration of this video, we will refer to that as flowers. Winky winky. They are currently trading for approximately 84 cents per share at the time of this filming. This is not a flower manufacturing play. This is 100% a flower retail play. They're growing really, really rapidly and really, really aggressively, and that's probably why they're gaining so much notoriety and attention as of late. As of just a few days ago, they now are up to 80 stores, 80 brick and mortar stores, with a target of 115 stores by December 2021. They were just at 62 stores this past September. I really like that kind of aggressive growth from a young company, and they are claiming that creates Canada's largest flower network. In their last quarter, annualized, they got $148 million, making them the largest Canadian flower retailer in terms of sales. They saw a 166% increase in revenue and recorded an adjusted EBITDA of $8 million for 2020. And as of this last quarter, they saw a 179% increase in revenue and a recorded adjusted EBITDA of $4.6 million. Now, High Tide is a three-headed monster. I've already talked about a little bit about the retail, but they are also in the wholesale market with valiant distribution. They are Canada's premier designer and manufacturer of lifestyle products and consumption accessories with distribution facilities in Calgary and Las Vegas. They manufacture and distribute licensed consumption accessories in partnership with 10 celebrity brands such as Snoop Dogg, Paramount Pictures, Trailer Park Boys, Hellboys, Guns N' Roses, and Jane West. And their other branch of retail is the online branch. GrassCity.com and SmokeCartel.com are the world's premier online stores for consumption accessories and lifestyle products. They have over 33 million combined site visits in 2020 and a majority of traffic and customers based in the United States. Launched in May 2020, CBDCity.com is a new online store for CBD products that leverages Grass City's 20-plus years of expertise, clientele, and supply chain. They are also trying to uplist into the NASDAQ, which to do that, they need a little bit higher share price, but it certainly could do that, but it may have to come from the corporate side of either some type of buyback or reverse split, whatever. I would rather see a buyback than a reverse split. If they were approved and were able to uplist onto the NASDAQ, that would give a lot of concerned investors, because again, a lot of people don't mess with penny stocks, a little more confidence, and they could see an uptick of capital and and you can see that share price continue to push upward. Not to mention the explosiveness of the flower market, about messed up, in Canada. This industry is blowing up in Canada, and there is a big focus on that U.S. market. This would be a long-term play for me. This would not be a short-term play like the oil is, and I don't know if I like this one better than I like Citius Pharmaceuticals on this list. I am really digging Citius, but High Tide is a very interesting play right here, especially if you're looking to expose your portfolio to that flower market and you're not interested in the manufacturing side, because that is going, if it gets legalized across the United States, that market is going to become very saturated. It's already starting to feel very saturated anyway. So who is going to emerge as the top retail players is going to be that's going to be the question. And High Tide has certainly, they're definitely off to a great start of becoming one of those major brands and recognizable brands in this market. I promised the rest of that penny stock list, so let's finish it out. Number 4 is Asia Broadband, ticker symbol AABB. At number 5 is Zomedica, ticker symbol ZOM. At number 6 is Assertio Holdings, ticker symbol ASRT. Number 7, Alpine for Holdings, ticker symbol ALPP. At number 8, and one of my favorites, is AI Technology Solutions, ticker symbol AITX. Number 9 is Ascent Solar Technologies, ticker symbol ASTI. And last but not least is MDM Permian, ticker symbol MDMP. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like I mentioned earlier, if there is anything on that list you would like to see me do an individual video on, by all means, let me know what you would like to hear, because I'm probably going to dig into some of these a little more anyway, especially Citius Pharmaceuticals. I'm really digging that company right now. But anyway, and I can get into more catalysts and more things later on an individual video I'll probably end up doing. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, I hope those stocks stay green. I hope you stay safe, and I hope everyone out there takes care.